putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. You guys know how I feel about the military. And like I told you, I will go out of my way to shake the hand of anybody wearing a veteran hat. You know, whatever ship they served on, whatever part of the Air Force they work for, the Marines, the Army, you name it. I see that hat, and I go up and I thank them for their service. I was at a restaurant, and a Marine was sitting down, older Marine. This guy's probably 70 years old, has his hat on with the Marine group he served with, etc. And before the waitress had just delivered the food, and I walked over and I said, "Hold on, Marine, before you eat. I just want to thank you for your service." And he looked up like you couldn't believe it, just like, "Thank you so much," and I said, "I don't want to interrupt your meal. Just want to let you know you're appreciated, sir." And he just couldn't quit looking. He was like, "Wow." And I don't do it because I'm like, "Oh, who's that guy?" I do it because they deserve it. I want them to feel like superstars. Tell you something funny I did. So I was at the Gold Gloves, and everybody's wanting the autographs of all the big celebrity ball players, whatever. My little son's running around doing what he's doing, getting those autographs. And I see the president of Rawlings, and I go over to him and I said, "Hey, will you sign this for me?" And he looked up, and to his wife is there. He's at a table in the middle, about 2 tables over from me. And he looks at the table and goes, "Now see, this is a guy that gets it." I started laughing. So he autographs the ticket. I had, we all got tickets to get in. He autographed the ticket, and then I said, "Let me get a picture." Got a picture with him, and we become friends. Yeah, I got to buy a Rawlings bat for my kid. I'm sending him a check. I'm like, "Hey, reimburse me, bro." But the funny part about it is he's not used to that happening. This is a guy who put on the event. His company is the one who started it, the Gold Gloves. And so he's going, it's our event. He's not even at the top table, at the front tables where all the stars are. He's like, he's back where my table is, and we're no slouches. We weren't at the back of the room, but he's the president of the corporation, and nobody even bothers to thank him for putting on the event. His marketing guy thanked him. "Hey, just want to thank Tom. Hey, buddy, woo-hoo," giving a shout out. And I'm going, no, he needs more than that. This is a guy that we should be, just my opinion. So I feel the same way about veterans. Why am I going to go get a picture with a freaking senator who's never run a business, never been in harm's way, not ever had a bullet, close to him, and I'm going to go thank him? I'm going to go thank the veterans, the people that allow him to be here. I'm going to thank the first responders, the police, the fire departments. Those are the guys that are heroes. We've so displaced our sensibilities when it comes to who's really the heroes in this country. You kidding me? We don't even value the real. You know who the ultimate heroes are? It's a trick question. Parents. You are. Good, solid citizens raising other good, solid citizens. But one of my friends, Debbie Lee, we happened to be doing a hit at the same place. It was around Veterans Day, and her son Mark is a Navy SEAL who was killed. First Navy SEAL killed in, I believe, Afghanistan. And Mark, man, stud. And I thank Debbie Lee for raising 2 boys, and Mark happens to be one of them, and Mark getting the training to be a Navy SEAL and just knocking the socks off of it until he ultimately sacrificed his life. Thank her. She's the one who, her husband abandons her. He's an abusive man. He abandons her, and she kept her family together. And one of those boys grew up and decided he was going to fight for this country, and he did it to the best of his ability until he got killed by a sniper. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, I want to talk about this story because it segues into the best of us, the people who protect us in every way. And I believe the veterans are the front line of that, because without them, we don't even have cops and firefighters. But it was a hidden camera video that captured black nurses laughing as An 89-year-old World War vet died. And we should all be very mad because this, if you see the video, you know what it does. It showcases the America that leftists built. Nurse is laughing. And when I saw the video, I was thinking, why would anybody, and I'm talking about anybody on God's green earth, want to be part of Obamacare when you know you're going to receive care that's based on your color, your political ideology, etc. When you go to the hospital, you want the best public servants, particularly in a veterans hospital. You want the best public servants. You want people who do not care about politics. They want what's best for you. It should be in their heart. But there was an undercover video that showed these nurses laughing, and this man died in front of them. It happened at Northeast Atlanta Health and Rehab in 2014, but the family had to file a lawsuit in order to get the video, and they just got it. So I want you to understand this. In order to get to the truth about how World War II veteran James Dempsey died, the family had to sue. And attorneys that represented the Atlanta nursing home where he died tried to prevent them from obtaining the video. They asked a DeKalb County judge to keep the video sealed and then attempted to appeal the Georgia State Supreme Court. And let me tell you why all this happened, folks. Because it was going to show you 3 black women who did not care that veteran, 89-year-old World War II veteran, one of our last remaining heroes of a war that kept us out of Nazi hands, and they're laughing as he's gasping for air. They'll do anything to keep the truth from getting out. Unbelievable. The judge ruled in favor of the family, and the nursing home dropped its appeal to the Supreme Court. And the video shows what happened to this 89-year-old man, decorated World War II veteran from Woodstock, Georgia. 6 hours of video court deposition of lies. This former nursing supervisor, her name is Wanda Knuckles, explains how she responded to the patient before she knew that the video camera, the hidden camera, existed. And you can hear in her questioning by the victim's attorney as she recants. And the video proves that she's lying through her teeth, because what she says is when he punched his button saying he needed help, which, by the way, he did 6 times before he finally went unconscious, gasping for air. And according to state records, the nursing home staff found Dempsey unresponsive at 5:28 a.m. Yeah. It took almost an hour for the staff to call 911. 5:28 to 6:25 a.m. Almost an hour. So the attorney asked the former nursing supervisor, Knuckles, what her response would be had she witnessed the behavior of the 2 ladies that we saw in the video that were essentially doing nothing for this man as he's gasping for air. And she says, I would have written him up. She says, I would have reprimanded him. She called the video sick. But then she enters the room. And one would think that a supervisor would have understood the gravity of a man calling for help 6 times. But she acted like, if you see the video, like it's a routine situation. But in her video deposition, she said she rushed into Dempsey's room when a nurse alerted her that he had stopped breathing, and she started performing CPR. It was a lie. From the time you came in, you took over doing chest compressions, correct? Yes. Until the time paramedics arrived, you were giving continuous CPR. Yes? That's what she answers. Then we got the video. And the video shows 2 women doing nothing for this veteran. She comes in and they start laughing as this man is gasping for life. They are laughing at him. This is unbelievable. You know what she said? When they ask her, why did you say that when you weren't doing that? She says, that was an honest mistake. I was basing on everything that I would normally do. The nurses they couldn't get his oxygen machine working. And you can hear him gasping and they're laughing, folks. I want you to understand that. And then the attorney says, ma'am, was there something funny that was happening? And she says, I can't remember all that, as you can see. Oh, we can see what you did. You did nothing. And let me tell you something, folks. If you think this wasn't racially motivated, you'd be wrong.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.